Here we go, 24,343. We've got the dual case Spa. I wish you guys all the best of luck. Alright, let's see if we get a Celebrini case and a Bedard case. That would be awesome. Anyone else got some calls? We got a Spectrum for Carolina of Jarvis. Maximum Blue of Matthews for the Leafs. Future Watch Red of Johansson for the Red Wings. Spectrum Future Watch for the Red Wings of Casa. Focus of Cooley for Calgary. And a other Cooley for Utah, red. Future Watch Inscribed Auto for the Rangers, Mancini. Got a couple Mancinis tonight. We got a collabs of the Blues and a Goncalves red for Tampa Bay. Sign of the Times for Seattle, Burakovsky. Burakovsky for Seattle. Focus of Colangelo for Anaheim and a red of Norris for Ottawa. We've got a maximum of Hughes for Vancouver, pageantry of Lundell for Florida, and a red Future Watch of McLean for the Islanders. Focus of Bork for Dallas. Pageantry for the Blue Jackets of Jurisic. And a Lafreniere for the Rangers red. Focus Blue of Blake for the Carolina Hurricanes. Ogren for Minnesota Pageantry. And a red of Cutter Gauthier for Anaheim. Collabs for Boston, pageantry of Schmaltz for the Coyotes, and a Marner red for the Maple Leafs. We've got a $3.99 icons for the Islanders of McLean, maximum of Pasternak for Boston, and a red of Novak for Nashville. That's interesting. Icons, the $3.99 for the Rangers of Offman. Focus of Brazeau for Boston. Pageantry red of Rust for Pittsburgh. And a Clark for the Devils. Future Watch red. All right. Well, 2 icons in a box. Unusual. We've got a Spectrum for the Devils of Jack Hughes. Focus of Bryson for Vegas. And for Tampa, red of Crozier. Future Watch Retro for the Buffalo Sabres of Rusick. We got a collabs for Florida and a Boldy red for Minnesota. Future Watch Horizontal, $5.99 for Chicago of Allen. We got a Collabs Blue for Winnipeg and a Chibrikov Future Watch Red for Winnipeg. Sign of the Times for the Boston Bruins of Coyle. Focus for Vancouver of Baines. And a Yossi for Nashville red. Maximum of Barkov for Florida. Pageantry of Lemieux for Pittsburgh. Kapanen, Future Watch red for Montreal. Focus of Rempe for the Rangers. Pageantry of DeBrincat for the Red Wings. And an Ovechkin red for the Caps. Collabs of Chicago. Pageantry of Leo Carlson for Anaheim. Thompson red Future Watch for the Sharks. Focus of Poland for Avalanche. Draisaitl Pageantry for the Oilers. Korchinski for Chicago red. Future Watch non-auto Prishapov for the Avalanche. $9.99. Focus Blue of Nadeau for Carolina. A red pageantry of Brodeur for the Devils. And a Future Watch red Lane Hudson from Montreal. Icons to $3.99 for San Jose of Graf. Maximum McKinnon for the Avs. And a red Peltier for Calgary. I have to grab a 3,200 count. Get them all out in here. After this box, I'll grab it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that one's filled. So I'll be right back after that. Spectrum for the Maple Leafs of Tavares. We got a focus of Graf for the Sharks. And a back for the Dallas Stars. Red. We got a curated to $2.99 for Carolina of Chatfield. Nice curated SIGs. Collabs for Minnesota. And a red base of Bedard. Future Watch Auto to $9.99 for the Boston Bruins of Brazo. Focus of Cormier for Vegas. And a Blake for Carolina red. We've got another curated signatures for Anaheim, McTavish. That's pretty cool. Maximum of Kreider for the Rangers and a red of Swayman for Boston. Maximum blue of Draisaitl for the Oilers, pageantry for Anaheim of Gauthier, and a red for Carolina of Nadeau. Focus green of Brindley for the Jackets. Pageantry of Marchand for Boston. And a red of Kucherov for Tampa. Focus of Slaggert for Chicago. Pageantry of McDavid for the Oilers. And a Crotty for Minnesota red. Collabs of Calgary. We got a pageantry for the Islanders of Brock Nelson and a Bjorkstrand red for Seattle. Focus of Morrison for Seattle. Pageantry red of Stutzel for Ottawa. Future Watch red for the Islanders of Ishikov. Miller maximum for Vancouver. Draisaitl red for the Oilers. And a hollow foil of Leon Draisaitl. That's pretty cool. Leon for the Oilers. All right, let me just get the base box that I need. 1 second, guys. I'll be back. inscribed Future Watch thus far. We've got a Spectrum for Anaheim of Zegras, Collabs Blue for Tampa, and a Celebrini Red Rookie for the Sharks. We got a Spectrum Future Watch for Seattle of Morrison, Focus of Gauthier for Anaheim, and a Red of Montembeault for Montreal. We've got a regular Future Watch auto to go with your inscribed Mancini. The double Mancini case for the Rangers. Collabs for the Islanders, and a red of Bussy for Boston. Oh my God, Marks of Distinction, number to 25, Alex Ovechkin. Out of 25, Ovechkin. Well, that surely is going to be the case hit. Wow. Well then, congrats, Washington. Maximum for the Rangers, Panarin, and a red of Marchand for Boston. Focus for the Jackets of Brindley, Pageantry for Florida of Barkov, and a red of George for the Islanders. Collabs for Vancouver, Pageantry of Tage Thompson for Buffalo, and a Keller red for the Coyotes, Utah. Focus blue of Thomas for LA, Pageantry for Montreal, Montembeault, and a Will Smith for San Jose red. Focus of Del Bell Blues for the Jacket, Pageantry McTavish for the Ducks, Shesterkin red for the Rangers. Maximum Kaprizov for Minnesota, Pageantry red for the Devils, Jack Hughes, and a Miss Yule for the Devils, Future Watch red. Future Watch blue for Chicago, Del Mastro, $3.99. Focus of Scanlon for the Rangers, and a red of Panarin for the Rangers. All right. Well then, nice Ovi. Ovi. We've got a Spectrum for the Red Wings of Larkin, a Focus blue of Morrison for Seattle, and a Pickering for Pittsburgh red. Spectrum Future Watch for the Islanders of Ishikov, a Focus of Hudson for Montreal, and a red for Dallas of Robertson. We've got for the Flyers, horizontal Future Watch auto to $5.99, Kolesov. Philadelphia. We got a Maximum Suzuki for Montreal and a red Future Watch of Lecker-Mackey. Oh, we got a patch. I'm going to save that one to the end. We got a Collabs for the Rangers, a Pageantry of Tomasino for Nashville, and for the Avalanche, red of Richie. Focus for the Sharks of Romanov, Pageantry for LA of Kaliev, and a red for Carolina of Aho. Maximum blue of Miller for Vancouver. Pageantry for the Oilers of Gretzky. And for the Devils, Future Watch red of Casey. Maximum of Makar for the Avs. Pageantry for the Jackets of Fantilli. And a Miro Heiskanen red for Dallas. Future Watch blue for Utah, Vil Alta. Focus of Ostapchuk for Ottawa. Pageantry red for Oilers of McDavid. And a Future Watch red of Rempe for the Rangers. A green Future Watch to 199 of Ishikov for the Islanders. Collabs for LA and a red of Schneider for the Rangers. We got a patchy. All right. We got a red of Marchesso for Nashville. Focus of Ogren for Minnesota. And for the Islanders, number to 100, McLean. Future Watch patch auto, McLean. That's pretty sweet. All right. Ciao, ciao. We've got a Spectrum for the Penguins, Letang, a Focus blue of Kuznetsov for Minnesota, and a red of Brazo for Boston. Spectrum Future Watch for the Jackets of Del Bell Blues, Focus for the Devils of Halonen, and a red of McTavish for Anaheim. Future Watch horizontal auto to 599. Baines for Vancouver. Baines. We got a collabs for Dallas and a red of Kemp for the Oilers. Telemetry auto for the Rangers of Trouba. Telemetry, Trouba. We got a Focus of Stankoven for Dallas and a red of Heishier for the Devils. Maximum for the Leafs of Matthews. Pageantry of Reinhardt for Florida. And a Scanlon red for the Rangers. Focus of Blake for Carolina. Pageantry of Russ for Pittsburgh. And a Hellebuck red for the Jets. We got a Collabs blue for Carolina. Pageantry of Broder for the Devils. And a Rafai red for the Maple Leafs. Collabs for the Jets. Pageantry of Stutzel for Ottawa. And a red of Kopitar for LA. Focus of Nadu for Carolina. Brady Tkachuk red pageantry for Ottawa. Kuznetsov red for Minnesota. We've got a 99 limited gold Mishkov for Philadelphia. That's a sweet one. Mishkov night. We got a Draisaitl maximum for the Oilers and a Brock Nelson for the Islanders red. All right, 2 more boxes in this case, and we move on to another one. Focus blue of Costa for Detroit, pageantry for the Hawks of Nazar, and a Poulter for the Devils red future watch. Spectrum for the Oilers of Dre Seidel, a focus of Mukamadulin for the Sharks, and a Future Watch red of Graf for the Sharks. Spectrum Future Watch for Vancouver of Baines, collabs for Montreal, and a red of Tavares for the Maple Leafs. Future Watch horizontal to $5.99 for Tampa Bay of Corrosier. $5.99. Focus of Lambert for Winnipeg, and a Future Watch red for LA of Lee. We've got a moment autograph for the Panthers, Sam Reinhart. Well, that's pretty sweet. Sam Reinhart for Florida. Maximum of Kucherov for Tampa, and a red of McDavid for the Oilers. Collabs green of Vancouver, pageantry of Coronado for Calgary, and a red of Pasternak for Boston. Focus of Nazar for Chicago, pageantry of Kucherov for Tampa, and a red of Dubé for Washington. Collabs for the Maple Leafs, pageantry for Pittsburgh of Stevens, and a red for Buffalo of Dahlin. We've got a $3.99 for the Panthers of Gills. $3.99 Gills. Focus of Malatesta for the Jackets. A red pageantry for Washington of Carlson. And a red Future Watch for Chicago, Nazar. Through $9.99 non-auto Future Watch for Dallas of Back. Maximum of Forsberg for Nashville, and a Coronado red for Calgary. All right, last box. In this case. We got a maximum of Nylander for the Leafs, a pageantry of Tkachuk for Ottawa, and a Zuber for Utah red Future Watch. Spectrum for Ottawa of Tkachuk, focus of Kuznetsov for Minnesota, and a red for Philadelphia of Kolosov. Spectrum Future Watch for Boston of Brazeau, collabs for Carolina, and a red of Taves for the Avs. Future Watch Auto Thompson for San Jose. $9.99. Focus Blue of Doan for Utah, and a Thomas red for LA. We've got a Chirography for Philadelphia of Travis Konechny. Focus of Doan for Utah. Crosby red for Pittsburgh. We got a focus for the Red Wings of Casa. Pageantry of Cooley for the Coyotes. And a Wyatt Johnston for Dallas red. Collabs for Tampa. Carlson pageantry for the Caps. And a Steinberg for the Avalanche red. Focus of Thomas for LA. Pageantry of Jack Hughes for the Devils. And a red of Shen for the Blues. $3.99 for the Blue Jackets. Malatesta. Maximum blue of Nylander for the Leafs. Cooley red pageantry for the Coyotes. And a Gills Future Watch red for the Panthers. $9.99 for the Rangers. Scanlon non-auto Future Watch. McDavid maximum performance for the Oilers. And a red Sorokin for the Islanders. Well, Can't go wrong with that case, can we? All right. Let's see if 23-24 can match the goodies of 24-25. What do you guys think? We're going to match it. We're going to beat it. Start off with an Evolve of Ekholm, Pageantry for Minnesota of Dewar, and a red of Makar for the Avs. Evolve Blue Bertuzzi, Pageantry of Rantanen for the Avs, Future Watch red of Ginning for the Flyers. Focus of Gutman for the Hawks, Pageantry of Tkachuk for Ottawa, Future Watch red for the Blue Jackets of McCowan. Collabs for the Red Wings, Pageantry of Edvinsson for the Red Wings, and a red of Pasternak for Boston. Focus of Benson for Buffalo, Pageantry of Marcel Dion red for LA, Voronkov Future Watch red for the Blue Jackets. Future Watch auto for the Boston Bruins, Kopanen, $9.99. Evolve of Tage Thompson and a Future Watch red for the Penguins of Shea. We've got an Authentics autograph for the Avalanche of Lehkonen. It's not one of focus apparently. Focus of Kaiser for the Hawks, and a Marchesso red for Vegas. Focus McDonough for Vancouver, Cider red for the Red Wings, and that's a good one. Hollow foil rookie, Dustin Wolf for Calgary. Dustin Wolf. We've got a collabs for the Coyotes, Spectrum for the Oilers, McDavid, and a Marilinen Future Watch red for Ottawa. Spectrum Future Watch for the Islanders of Dorondu, Greg Focus for the Sens, and a Grubauer red for Seattle. Utah is Arizona. Yes, sir. Yeah. Utah. We've got a Collabs Green for LA. Pageantry for the Maple Leafs of Ryan Reeves. And an Eichel red for Vegas. Evolve of JT Miller. Pageantry of Romanov for the Islanders. And a Sweezy for the Blue Jackets red Future Watch. Collabs Blue of Calgary. Pageantry of Cheevers for Boston. And a Desnoyers for Philadelphia Future Watch red. Collabs for Tampa. Pageantry of Joshua for Vancouver. And a Hischier red for the Devils. Focus for Ottawa Marilinen. Pageantry red of Kempe for LA. And a Benson for Buffalo. Future Watch red. We've got a retro Future Watch auto to $3.99 for Chicago of Kaiser. Focus of Desharnais for the Oilers. Future Watch red for the Preds of Livingstone. Holy tease box. $9.99 Korchinski Future Watch auto. Chicago. We got a Timo Meier Evolve and a red of Rantanen for the Avs. Focus of Lacombe for the Ducks. Non-auto Future Watch to $9.99 of Sweezy for the Jackets. And for the Devils, red of Timo Meier. Spectrum for the Devils of Bratt. Focus blue of McGing for the Blues. And a red for the Preds of Evangelista. Spectrum of Iorio for Washington. Collabs for the Islanders. And a red of Jonathan Quick for the Rangers. Well, that was a solid box there for Chicago. My gosh. Weird they had both in 24-25. What do you mean? Oh, you mean Utah. We've got a retro, or not, sorry, an update Future Watch auto of Hollander. $9.99. We got a focus of Cleveland for Ottawa and a Farrell for Montreal Future Watch red. We've got a base update auto gold for Calgary of Markstrom. And by the way, Rochi, it's been a while since we've chatted. How you been? Evolve of Toffoli and a Tavares red. We've got a focus of Ginning for Philly. $3.99 blue for the Boston Bruins of Poitras and a Kachuk red for Florida. Aho FX for Carolina. A blue, that's a good one. A blue collabs with Connor Bedard for Chicago. Svozil for the Blue Jackets red. Spectrum Future Watch of Gushin for the Sharks. Collabs for Vancouver. Kyle Connor for the Jets. Red. Evolve of Zuccarello. Pageantry for Vancouver. Hiroshi. And a Future Watch red. Tompkins for Tampa. A blue focus of Levi for Buffalo. Rogie Vachon for the LA Kings Pageantry. And a red Future Watch of Matt Murray for Dallas. Collabs for Montreal. Pageantry for the Red Wings of Casper. And a red for the Islanders of Bo Horvat. We got a focus of Kesselring for the Coyotes. Pageantry red of Peltier for Calgary. And a Future Watch red for the Buffalo Sabres of Kulich. Green focus of Farrell for Montreal. Pageantry of Denisenko for Florida. And a Cousins red for Buffalo. But yeah, Rochi, it happens sometimes depending on when the cards get printed, right? If they know they can make a change, they will. But obviously some cards basically get printed way before. So it's almost like if you look at Premier, all of Matthew's stuff, I believe, has an assistant captain, which is funny because that literally now is, we're on year 2 of this, right? Focus of Mintukov for Anaheim. Pageantry of Benson for Buffalo. And a Tage Thompson red for Buffalo. Out on the field, yeah. Evolve of Bo Horvat. Pageantry of Lundell for Florida. Miro Shnischenko red Future Watch for Washington. Focus of Hiroshi for Vancouver. Pageantry Pareko for the Blues. Ridley Gregg, Future Watch red for Ottawa. Collabs for Buffalo. Pageantry of Kyle Connor for the Jets. Miller, red for the Rangers. Evolve the Blue, Kevin Fiala. Pageantry of Skinner, red for the Oilers. And a Future Watch red, Dustin Wolf for Calgary. Future Watch, $9.99 of Gushin, San Jose. Gushin. Focus Blue of Korchinski for Chicago. And a Jarventi for the Ottawa Senators rookie. Future Watch auto to $9.99 for the Devils, Luke Hughes. 199, New Jersey, Luke Hughes. Evolve of Ryan O'Reilly and a red of Perron for the Red Wings. Collabs for Anaheim, Spectrum of Konechny for Philly. Future Watch red, Kesselring for the Coyotes. Focus of Rusick for Buffalo. 99 gold base of Marchand for Boston. And a Mikey Anderson red for L to the A. A Spectrum Future Watch of Greaves for the Jackets. Focus of Bolduc for the Islanders. And a Hughes for the Devils, red. Yeah, I'm thinking that Luke Hughes is probably the case hit Future Watch. But you never know. That is why we just keep on going. I thought I got stop on this anyway, so. We've got a Focus for the Devils of Luke Hughes. Pageantry for Anaheim of Teemu Selanne. And a Zegras red for Anaheim. Evolve of Tarasenko. Pageantry for the Islanders of Dufour. Future Watch red of Montemapalo for Ottawa. Focus of Farrell for Montreal. Pageantry of Leo Carlson for Anaheim. And a Kessel Future Watch red for the Blues. Collabs for LA. Pageantry for Minnesota of Zuccarello. And a McKinnon red for the Avs. Collabs blue for Boston. Pageantry red of JT Miller for Vancouver. And a Struble red Future Watch for Montreal. Future Watch auto to 999 for the Maple Leafs of Bobby McMahon. Focus blue of Edvinsson for the Red Wings. And a McDonough for Vancouver. Rookie red. Sign of the Times for Minnesota, Connor Dewar. We got an Evolve of McCann and a red of Barkov for Florida. Focus of Matt Murray for Dallas. Icons, $3.99 of Svozil for the Jackets. And a McTavish for Anaheim red. Collabs for the Avs. Shesterkin Spectrum for the Rangers. Poitras for Boston Future Watch red. Spectrum Future Watch of Cooley for the Rangers. Focus of Forster for Philly. And a red for the Montreal Canadiens of Kirby Dach. Kirby. All right. We got an Evolve Bertuzzi. Pageantry of Levi for Buffalo. And a Huberdeau red for Calgary. Focus blue for Anaheim of Carlson. Pageantry of Middlestad for Buffalo. And a Thrun Future Watch red for the San Jose Sharks. Focus for the Maple Leafs of Minton. Darnell Nurse Pageantry for the Oilers. And a Kaiser Future Watch red for the Hawks. Collabs of Boston. Pageantry for the Avalanche of Makar. And a red for Boston of Swayman. Focus for the Red Wings of Edvinsson. Pageantry red of Nyes for the Maple Leafs. And a Durandu for the Islanders Future Watch red. Retro Future Watch $6.99 Lavoie for the Oilers. Focus of Nyes for the Leafs. And a Future Watch red Bobby McMahon for the Maple Leafs. Focus of Levi for Buffalo. A 99 red for Montreal of Suzuki. and a Zuccarello for Minnesota red. Collabs of Chicago with Bedard. Spectrum of Larkin for the Red Wings. And a red Future Watch Korchinski for Chicago. Spectrum Future Watch for the Jackets of Svozil. Stamkos Evolve for, doesn't have the team right now. And a Jurisic red base for the Jackets. We've got a sign of the times for the Maple Leafs of Joseph Woll. Sign of the times. Focus of Fantilli for the Jackets. And a red McDavid for the Oilers. Two more to go. Focus Coronado for Calgary. Pageantry of Krebs for Buffalo. Teravainen red for Carolina. Evolve of Pavelski. Pageantry of Desharnais for the Oilers. Iorio Future Watch red for Washington. Focus for Nashville of Askarov. Mintyukov for Anaheim Pageantry. And a Future Watch red of Finiseyev for Nashville. Collabs for the Blue Jackets. Pageantry of Roos for Chicago. And a Sveshnikov red for Carolina. Focus Blue of Knives for the Leafs. Cylinder Pageantry red for the Blue Jackets. Balinskis for the Florida Panthers red Future Watch. Future Watch Auto for the Coyotes, Castle Ring. $9.99 Castle Ring. Evolve of Stamkos for, doesn't matter the team again. And a Future Watch red for the Anaheim Ducks of Lacombe. We've got a patch. We'll save that puppy. Focus of Dufour for the Islanders. Kaiser $3.99 blue Future Watch for the Hawks. And a red of Sam Reinhart for Florida. Seattle Collabs. Spectrum of Beniers for Seattle. And a Future Watch red of Andre for Philly. Sign of the times for the Devils, Tyce Thompson. Focus of Faber for Minnesota. And a red of Kopitar for LA. All right. Red of Yossi for the Preds. Evolve of Barkov for Florida. And upside down, but that's not too shabby. Number to 100, Kyle Connor. Winnipeg Jets. Limited auto patch, Kyle Connor. All right. We've got an Evolve of Sam Reinhart. Pageantry Bedard for Chicago. Sorokin red for the Islanders. Focus Blue of Fantilli for the Jackets. Jurisic Pageantry for the Jackets. Emberson Future Watch red for the Sharks. Collabs for Dallas. Pageantry of Crosby for the Penguins. And a Florida Panthers red of Lundell. Focus of Kopanen for Boston. Pageantry of Ehlers for Winnipeg. And a Soloveov for the Calgary Flames. Future Watch red. Focus for Calgary of Dewar. Pageantry red for Ottawa of Gregg. Future Watch red of Greaves for the Blue Jackets. Future Watch Auto to 999 for Chicago of Stauber. Stauber, 999. Evolve of Duchesne and a Future Watch Red of Hiroshi for Vancouver. Retro Future Watch Auto for the Maple Leafs, Fraser Minton. $6.99, Fraser Minton. Focus of Casper for the Red Wings and a Fiala Red for LA. Focus of Nesterenko for Anaheim, $9.99. Winterton for Seattle and a red of Troy Terry for Anaheim. Collabs for Philly, Spectrum of Stutzel for Ottawa, and a Future Watch Red of Hunt for Minnesota. Another Future Watch Retro Auto for the Boston Bruins of McLaughlin for Boston, $6.99. Focus of Cooley for the Coyotes, and a Kyrou for the Blues, red. All right, now time to do the randos for the Evolve. Top, bottom, middle. All right, 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. The bottom are going to get them.